Okay, everybody, we've just gone live. A warm welcome to you if you've just tuned in. This live stream today is going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So let me just give you some background with regards to what you are watching and why I started the show. You're currently watching the Purposeful Entrepreneur Business live stream. And this is a live stream that is really dedicated to entrepreneurs as well as influencers who are wanting to up their game. This is where I get to interview entrepreneurs as well as influencers who are already successfully living their life's purpose with tons of passion. So a warm welcome to you if you're here to find out their secrets, because that's exactly what we're going to be doing today in the show. Now, I'd love you to be a part of the show, and the way that you're going to be a part of it, because it's so interactive, is number one, you're going to first put your name down below in the comments so that we can acknowledge you and just say hi. Also, let us know where you're watching from. It's always interesting to find out who is on board and how far this message goes out. And not only that, you can share, connect, and support. So share this video if you feel any of the information is quite powerful and can help other people, perhaps colleagues or people that you might know, friends and family too. The other thing is connect. The best way for you to actually get the most out of this is to connect with us during the show. Let us know about any of your business challenges and what you're wanting to ask. And you can do that, like I said, by just popping down in that comment section and asking some questions. We're here to support you. So today's show is the first of many. What we're going to be doing and experiencing with Jodene is an absolute eye-opener. Jodene has been stepping up and stepping into her own power, and she is the holistic entrepreneur. Now, during today's live stream, she's going to actually be pulling cards, and these cards are just guidance cards that will help you to understand where there's a blockage or how to overcome a challenge or whatever the case may be. But what we have decided to do is we're going to flight these on the first of every single month so that we can help and guide you. And Jodene is phenomenal when it comes to that. So without further ado, let's hop on to it. How's it, Jodene? And a warm welcome to you.
Thank you so much. It's really great to be here. I'm very excited. I've been doing this for people for such a long time. So it's really exciting for me to see that the space is being broadened and more people just want to energetically know how to use the month and use what's going on within the month.
Okay, fantastic. All right, for those of us who don't know, how does this process work? Can you just talk us through what it is that you actually do when we say you're pulling cards?
Okay, so also the pulling cards is a really small section of what I do. So I'm going to elaborate on everything that's going to happen once a month when we're together. But tarot cards are whatever you make them. And that's what I love about the cards. So it is the original Rider-Waite tarot deck. And it can be used for so many things. However, when I use tarot card, it's because I need a guidance in order to see the story. What is the story that's currently unfolding? I'm not someone that you come to if you want to know when is my business going to be a success, in how many months should I be planning to do something. There's no divination, there's no fortune telling in the process. It's the picture of what is. The cards help me to get a picture of what is. How does it energetically work? I have been working with the same pack of cards for 16 years. And I honestly believe that we are all interconnected. If you want to get a little bit more information about how interconnected we are, you can look up something called the 100 Monkey Project or the 100 Monkey Experiment, which shows how we as a collective are all tapped and networked and connected into each other. So I asked my cards to tap into and connect with your energy through me so that I can get what the story is. That's how the cards work. Then the other aspects that I'm going to be covering today is numerology. and levels of astrology. So the numerology dates so far back. And it's the energy of the numbers. Every number tells a story. So we look at the story that the number has for the particular month or the particular time that we're working in. It's helpful, it's supportive, it gives guidelines. Once again, there's no definite saying this is what is going to happen within this month, because I believe that each one of us creates our lives and allows them to unfold with every choice and decision we make in the moment. That's how it shifts and moves. And then being the holistic entrepreneur, one of the real aspects of what's made me so holistic and how I have been conscious and aware of who I am and what I've done is by using certain elements within astrology. I help a fortune of people do work with full moon cycles. So we started the new moon and we prep new moon lists, and we literally have to-do lists that are energetic, and we look at the first quarter, the full moon, the last quarter, and such an interesting phase within the moon that's called the balsamic phase of the moon, 72 hours before the new moon, where you assess everything that you've done. And then I'll point out key aspects within astrology. For example, retrogrades are such an interesting time, and they hold really important energies. And if we learn to understand what's happening, then we can use that time best. My theory is that it's the same as gravity. You can't say I don't believe in gravity and then you're going to be floating around on the planet. It's still going to be having impact. It is absolutely scientifically proven that the moon has impact. We even see that harvest is planted at certain times and connected at certain times with different cycles of the moon. Yeah. So if we believe it or not, it's still working. It's still energetically working with us. I always relate it to gravity. And if you open yourself up, it can really be supportive to use all of these different aspects together as a combination of everything.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay, beautiful. Fantastic. Thank you for that. I am having internet connection problems, and please just carry on if I do disappear, Jodene. Thank you for that. But yeah, we'll push on through. I do see that we've got some people on board. I just want to acknowledge them. I see that we've got Brazine here. Hi there, ladies. Welcome to the show, Brazine. Thank you for stopping past and joining us. And then I see that we also have Lorraine on as well. She's also on board. Just put that onto the screen there. Hi, Lorraine, and a warm welcome to you. Thanks for watching. I see we have other people on. If you want to go ahead and start asking those questions right now, is just going to be she's just going to explain what the energy is going to be like for October. But in the meantime, if you've got a question you'd like to ask around your business, or you want Jodene to pull cards for you, just indicate that by actually popping a comment down below in the comment section, and we will get to that shortly. Okay, Jodene, thanks for that explanation. It really, really just sets the tone so that we understand how you use this energy. And yeah, let's talk about the month of October. What is that going to bring?
Okay, so we're going to start off with the numerology of the month. And this is how the numerology works. Okay. You always take the numbers and you add them together until you get one particular number. So we're in October, which is a 10 month. So we have the 1, and then we are in 2020, and when you add the 2's together, you're going to get a 4. When you add them together, we're in a 5 month. Okay, that's how simple numerology is. Okay. You just add all the numbers together. Okay. October as a 5 is a very important number this time around, because we are currently in a 4-year. 2020 added together is a 4. And next year, 2021, we're going to be in a 5-year for the entire 12 months. So that means that October is an energetic taste of what 2021 is going to be like. And
Okay.
it's
Wow.
how we respond, how we react, and what we do energetically. So a little bit of background on the 4 year that we're in of 2020 is it's so much about building your foundation. What are your belief systems? Do you have that solid business plan? Do you have the confidence to be the entrepreneur? Where do you need to build yourself, your team, your strategies, your client base? That's why everything's been so rocky this year, because the foundation of everything has been knocked in order for us to have the opportunity to restructure that foundation. Okay. A 5 is such a different energy because it's saying once the foundation is built, what is your bigger vision? What is your plan? Where is your creativity? How do you plan to pop the lid off and expand? Okay. So the energy becomes exciting in October, but there's something that's so important for you to understand about a 5 number. It's that pivotal point where you're either going to fall this way or you're going to fall this way. And what happens with it is there's just a feeling when you're in a 5 energy, there's always a feeling that things are kind of thrown at you. So opportunities might feel like they just arrived, or obstacles might feel like they just arrive. It can be quite an out of the blue kind of energy, but there's such an important reason for it. It's because the 5 is asking you to pick a lane. Are you going to see it as an obstacle, or are you going to see it as an opportunity? Are you going to see it as something where you can take it and run with it and create something better and stronger for yourself? Or are you going to let it knock you down? That's exactly what happens in a 5. It's very important to not get restless because the 5 wants to run and the 5 wants to do stuff. That's amazing. But we're still in a 4 years, so there's no running anywhere. I remember right at the beginning, like March, April, when COVID just started and people were getting hold of me and I was doing numerology readings for them. They were asking me, how long will this last? And my response was the whole of 2020. There was such hope that it would be just 3 months, it would be just a month and everything would go back to normal. But that energy of the 4 needs to last the entire year. Every energy of a year needs to last the entire year. So in this 5, it's so important to not get restless. We're 3 months away from the energy of 2020 shifting from a 4 into a 5. Don't let October be a frustrating time for you. And that's really what it is. You've still got to sit in it. We've got to sit in this. We're not done sitting through the energy of this. And I'm not being bleak. I'm actually being really positive in this statement, because if you learn to sit in the energy and say it is what it is, what can I do from here? That's where all the creativity comes out and the strategies come out and the plans come out. Just this morning, 1st of October, just this morning, I was sitting. I've been asked to create a marketing playbook. A playbook is a huge, big process to do, and I usually only do the social media division of a playbook. And this morning I was sitting because I've been asked, sitting on a board, I've been asked to oversee the entire playbook. And I sat there and I was like, I can do this. If I just find the right entrepreneurs, we can gather together and we can offer the playbooks as a service, a standalone service. 1st of October, 5 energy, I already have a new game plan, a new service that I can offer. So it's that kind of energy and momentum that we need to pick up. The biggest word that is linked to the 5 is sabotage. Don't sabotage the energy that you have. Don't sabotage the potential that you have. I'm asking you so nicely, and I've been asking everyone since March this year when everything started to get chaotic. Don't get caught up in the chaos of the world around you. The biggest statement for 2020 needs to be, it is what it is. Where do I go to from here? You wake up every day with 100% of energy. Where does it go? And that's what this 5 energy is really going to be asking you. If you wake up today filled with the potential and new energy and new opportunity, where are you going to let your energy go? Okay. So that is the last point of 5 that I actually do want to make is that the people who use the 5 energy the best are the people who brave change. Because you can't let that creativity go or think out of the box if you are not willing to embrace change. So I am not a person who believes that affirmations work, because I believe that affirmations come from a space where you don't believe it and you're trying to convince yourself of it. But what I do believe is that if you put stuff up, then and the brain just has triggers, then something starts to shift. So I love post-its. If you've got post-its lying around, just write there, I embrace change. I'm ready for change. It's time for change. Just a statement like that feels good, and just stick it up so that you're not standing in front of the mirror, preparing yourself to do an affirmation, feeling that shadow energy come in where you're trying to convince yourself, but your eyes catching that as you walk past. You stick it in the kitchen, it's on the mirror, in the bathroom where you're brushing your teeth, and your brain is just going, I can do this. I'm ready for change. That will really help with the 5 energy. So I'm not sure.
Brilliant, fantastic.
Questions about the numerology before we jump into the moon energy and some of the astrology.
Do you have any questions? Just let us know. You can pop them down below. I've got one for you with regards to that, because 5 energy always for me is playful, and it's almost like that willing to take the step, and it's almost presenting that to you. And sometimes a lot of the times what happens, even in my own life, is that I feel like I'm not ready. And I think also that's what you're saying is that allow that, instead of darting that flow, step towards the flow and allow that to actually happen. And I think that is so key going into October. Also the fact that a lot of things have shifted now, especially with COVID going into level 1. There's a lot more people back at work. But on the northern side of the globe, everything's gone back into lockdown. So, they're experiencing something different to what we're experiencing right now as well. So I think it's, again, that for me, it's that yin and that yang. It's almost that balancing act that happens. And I think 5 is almost like that. Although it's not a balanced or even number, but I find that 5 really does balance that opportunity and the energy quite well. So yeah, I'd be very surprised to see. I see we do have a couple of people asking for pool. Do you want to finish up with regards to October 1st?
Yeah, I am going to be pulling 3 cards for everyone. It will be a common message for everyone. But yeah, Lucille, so that's exactly what that 5 is. It's that tipping, that going this way or going that way. That's exactly what that 5 is. I just want to, can I just jump where Brazine said, I'd like to know if my social media as an influencer will be a success. That's really where I just want to let you know that as a reader, you wouldn't come to me where I would do any kind of prediction to say, oh, I see in the cards that it will be a success, or I see that it won't be a success. That's not the kind of reader that I am. But you would come to me with that question, and we would have a look where we would be able to say, this is coming up about you. This is the energy that's coming up about your business. So in a spread, I look at what is the main situation? What is the energy that is supporting it? What is the energy that's holding it back? What are you bringing in from the past? What immediate future energy are you tapping into? That's the way I do it. So I really just wanted to clarify with everyone. And it happens to me so often that people get hold of me and they go, I'm trying to figure out how far down the line is this happening, and how far down the line is this happening. And I really am someone who says, if we can figure out the immediate shifts and changes that you can make, then you hold that energy to create any destiny that you want to create. You'll never come to me and I'll say this won't happen, because it's humanly impossible for anyone to energetically tell you that, because you could make a change tomorrow and you could bring it into reality. Okay.
Yeah. That's beautifully put. Thank you so much.
And
the other thing that I just want to add there with regards to that is what I have also noticed that certain people have different types of energies that they read. And 9 times out of 10, when you're asking a question like this, are you going to be successful? Absolutely. It's what you believe. If you believe you're going to be successful, you will be. If you don't believe you're going to be successful, you won't be. It does come down to belief. So always remember that. And pulling cards is not a definite sign. It can change. It's just a guidance. It's a guidance that you are asking for, looking for at the moment. Just wanted to put that out there as well.
Okay. I also just want to clarify with that our belief system is not meant to make our life easier. So a lot of people say, I'm going to hold on to belief, but it's actually coming from a space of a fear-based belief. And it's so difficult to understand. And this is why it takes so long to guide someone and coach someone through these levels and these processes. Because if you're going, I believe, but you're saying that and you're in that space of belief, it can come from that energetic not believing and trying to convince yourself. And obviously, I mean, Lucille, you and I could spend hours and hours online, because then we're going back to that process of faith and the different steps to faith that actually you've got to push that belief into faith. And you've got to then have action in faith. Okay.
Yeah. I strongly believe that too. Yeah. All right, so let's pull cards for Brazine, just with regards to her energy. Let's see. Are you ready?
I haven't done it that way. What I've done, we can jump in between. I've already shuffled for everyone who's watching, and I've got 3 cards.
Okay.
I'm going to do it that way.
Okay, that's fantastic.
If everyone's happy to do that.
Yes. All right.
Okay. All right.
So those of you who are watching, this is going to be specifically for you. We're going to do an overall energy pull.
Yeah. And then obviously it doesn't matter at what point. If you're watching this down the line, then the energy will still apply, because in shuffling this, the energy's been to anyone who watches this or needs to hear this message at this particular time. Okay. It's three really positive cards. It's the Ace of Cups. The Hangman. I didn't get that. Oh, my watch is talking to me. And the 3 of Wands. Okay. So the Ace of Cups is a beautiful symbol that there is new opportunity. And for me, when it's linked to that 5, it's the new way of thinking and doing things. One of the things that's so important in everything that I do with the holistic entrepreneur, from having written the book to coaching, and I do want to tell you that I do tarot readings, numerology, and coaching for executives and business owners and a whole lot of people. And we always get to the emotion of business. I do not believe in that old mind of thinking of you leave all of your emotion behind. This is a business decision. This is a head decision. That is not how business energetically works. If you learn to feel your way through business and intuitively connect with your business and what you want, there will be so much success. I'm not saying throw the strategy out the window, throw the financial concerns and the structure out the window, but you can also learn to feel it through. So this Ace of Cups is saying this is the opportunity for you to start to feel your way through business, feel your way through what you want, how you want it. One of the big things with me is that, and I write about it so many times, there are clients or potential clients where I've said no. I know that I energetically cannot work with you. And it's been, even when times are financially tough, now, in this time, I'm still energetically deciding, is this the right project? How, does it sit well with me? How do I connect with it? So it's our natural instinct, especially now because we are in a space of fear. So many of us are in a space of fear to just want to go straight to that head and process stuff too much. This ace is really asking you to feel your way through business and all your choices and decisions. That's what's going to get you there. This hangman for me is it really has this duality of you can either feel like you are seeing the world through your own perspective, it's my way or the highway, I know what's right, or you can feel bound and trapped and stuck. So the hangman is exactly what I was talking about with five energy. Every single opportunity that comes to you this month, and I'm going to clarify that the word is opportunity. So I want to let you know that within the first 2 months of COVID, my social media business had to close down. I needed to retrench all my staff and I needed to close it down because the clients could not afford within their marketing budget. It was difficult, it was traumatic, there were so many tears, but I still saw it as opportunity. It's the way that you see it, and the hangman asks you to view things within a perspective that is going to give you the best results and it's going to allow you to do things your way. And if I could give you an exercise to do, I would make you sit down and try and go through every month, January, February, March, every single key point that happened, good and your perception of bad, and look for the opportunity in each one of those moments throughout the whole of this year. Because this is what this energy is saying. It's saying to you, you have the ability to do whatever you need to do according to your perception and your perspective. And how are you going to create your own reality? How are you going to create your own reality? Okay.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, that's hangman. I'm just going to put that up on the screen as well.
Perfect. Okay. The hangman, the three of wands goes so nicely in between these two cards, actually. It actually goes so beautifully between the two cards. Because the three of wands is saying you have choice. There's choice, there's opportunity, the path is open for you, but what is your next move? So this is an indication to me that each one of us, it applies to me, it applies to Cecile, it applies to every person who is listening to this. Each one of us is spending a little bit too long pondering, a little bit too much time, or maybe way too much time, depending on where you are, processing and pondering and doing the what ifs and what should I, and we all need to move a little quicker. This card is saying, if you make a decision and you want to change your mind, that's fine. But make a decision, make a move, do something. Get the energy flowing, get the energy rolling. It's really important, especially with the 5 month that we're in. It is the month where we can kind of leap. So take a leap. And I always ask such an important question. If I do this, what's the worst that can happen? And when you start to unpack that, then you'll start to go, actually, I can change my mind. I can change my mind. I can do something different. Nothing's going to break so extremely that you won't be able to figure out and make another move. And then what's so nice about it is that the hangman is coupled so beautifully with this three of wands and saying, you need to make this move, and you're energetically ready to make this kind of move. And what is the energy that supports the move that you make? It's that intuitive feeling and process. So if something's been nagging you, go with it. If something hasn't been sitting right or feeling right, go with it. And that's the energy. So I'm hoping that helps each of you with the question. that you had about the energy of the month.
Okay,
Good.
fantastic. I know that absolutely helped me. And one of the big things that at the last 3 days that I've been feeling is I've stepped up for opportunity that's already knocked. And when I opened up the door and I went through the process, the door was closed to me. And then I sat and I thought and I wondered about it. And as I was asking myself, I had this really burning sensation just above my gut in my solar plexus. And the message came strongly to me. It's not the path you need to go. And as soon as that happened to me, automatically I knew, okay, that's not the opportunity where spirit wants me to actually work. There is another couple of things that I need to look at, that I now need to start to move towards or flow. So I absolutely agree with you, Jodene, when you're saying that. Funnily enough, I also pulled the hangman the other day. And the hangman often says to me, the hangman is almost like laughing at me all the time, because he says to me, you know what? You have all of these opportunities. You're swinging yourself like a pendulum and you're not making the decision. And I'm telling you what to do and you're not doing it. So again,
Yeah.
it allows me to really just reiterate for myself. So if any of you are watching and this has resonated, please will you let us know down below in the comments, just so that we know that we've actually given you the information that you need in order to move. Again, if you have any direct question, I would really, really appreciate it that you reach out to Jodene. She is out on social media. Whether you go through to her handle, which is at Jodene Share, or if you go to her website, which is lifeology.co.za, and you can just reach out to her.
You still?
Oh, did we?
It's
Yeah.
lifeology.biz. Lifeology.biz.
.biz, sorry, yes, that's
Yes.
right.
Oh,
.biz, and you can go and connect with her and send her an email and go and do a consultation with her. You will be very surprised with regards to what she can uncover and help you and work with you. That's the beauty around using Jodene as well, is because she's there to guide you, to help you. Not only does she do that, also the numerology, and then she'll advise you because she's also a life coach. All right, fantastic. I'm just going to put Lynn's little message up here. Thank you so much for watching today, Lorraine. She says, definitely resonates with me. I also love pondering over things. Okay, so this is definitely a collective where we all do exactly the same.
absolutely.
Exactly the same. Okay, fantastic. All right. I also just want to mention, and Bruzy, I know that you are watching as well. So Brazine and I were also chatting about an opportunity that we wanted to do together. And it's so ironic because, again, when I asked myself this question and I pulled the cards were screaming, yes, 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 yes. So again, that is something for you and I to consider. This is the right time. And I know, Bruzy, this is something that you also wanted to know if it's the right fit. So I do think that is the way that we need to go. Okay, if you have any other questions or you just want to resonate and let us know that you or how you feel about the card pool, just please go ahead and pop us a message down below in the comments section. All right, so not only that, I know that you, Jodene, anything that we pull also pertains to you. So do you want to share any stories that really resonate with regards to the cards we pulled now?
Yes. Okay. So I am in such an interesting space currently in my life. As a transformation coach, I was using numerology. So someone would come and they would see me, and I would write down their numbers so that I could have an energetic feel of who the person was. But the focus was really that transformation coaching and really guiding people in that direction. I've been doing tarot for 16 years. And in those 16 years, it's been family and friends and people who are truly close to me, because there was a part of me that just wanted to be deeply driven and in the business world and say I am a business owner in whatever fearful ego kind of statement that was to the world. And I had the social media agency. I absolutely love social media, and it's expanded for me so much. And then when COVID took that all away from me, it was that process of I've got to make money, and I've got to make money quick. And it was in doing a reading, not in doing a reading, in doing a coaching session with someone else and scribbling down her numbers, where she then said to me, can I not just have a full numerology reading? I was like, what does that even look like? And then that same person got hold of me and said to me, do you know of a tarot reader? I would like a little bit of insight. And for me, it was that point in time with each of these cards where that I could actually hear that hangman saying to me, are you going to hang yourself and be so stuck on being whatever it means to be this businesswoman and thinking that you can't be successful as the tarot reader, as the numerologist? So all of that has come up for me. And then that 3 of Wands is that pondering that we are all doing so much of, Lorraine. And one of the things that I pondered on, and I pondered and pondered, was I honestly know and believe that these cards, the numerology and the transformation coaching, is strategically, because of my energy, designed to support entrepreneurs, business owners, executives, decision makers. I'm also taking a big step into sitting on boards. It's been a dream of mine to sit as an independent, non-executive board director, and walk into a boardroom and say, yes, I'm strategic, but also I'm here as an intuitive. So these 3 cards speak so powerfully to me, because I'm currently in a space where I'm trying to feel confident enough to still say I am this businesswoman with this gift and this knowledge that I have for the world, but the business woman offers tarot readings and numerologies and does the stuff that potentially could be considered fluffy. It's a big month for me. October is such a big month for me. To step out into the world, I have got to make contact with really important people and say, you are trying to, as an executive, make a really, really big decision now. The tarot reading can help you. Or do you understand yourself as the chairperson of a board and you're struggling with a decision? Do you understand yourself from the numerology of who you are? So that's my story and what I'm currently going through, and why those cards spoke to me so importantly.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for sharing that, Jodene. You know, it also helps other people to find out not how you're using it, but also for themselves, and put themselves in that space as well. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. All right, so I'm going towards the end of the show, and again, just want to thank you for sticking through. Although I know I've had some tech issues, internet around this area has been quite bad for the last 3 days. And but thank you nonetheless for actually hanging out and listening to Jodene. It's such an exciting phase.
I think we might have lost Lucille in the background. So I'm going to take the
earlier as I was chatting to Jodene. All right.
Oh, we lost you for a minute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it is. It's definitely technical issues. So I just want to mention to you, if you found that this particular card pull today was really, really resonated with you, or you find it of high value, I want you to go ahead and tag some people down below in the comment section. Let them also see it so that they can also make informed decisions to grow their business and to get that insight again. On where they perhaps are not thinking correctly, or if they are facing challenges, just a way to support them again. If you don't want to tag them in the public section, just hit the share icon down below and send them an inbox message or put this out on your wall. We'd appreciate the support. Going forward, we will have these every month on the first of every month, where Jodene will go and pull cards collectively for all of us. So I'd love for you to join us every month, once a month on the first of every month. And again, thank you so much for hanging out with us. So I'm going to leave Jodene now with the last word of the day, please.
So my last word is that even though we live in a collective and it looks like everyone's going through the same thing, you have the consciousness, the power, the know-how to stand as an individual in that collective. Don't say things like the whole world is in trouble, the whole world has financial. Don't say things. Don't even look at your immediate circle and feel that you are stuck in that energetic collective of the immediate circle. The energy of the 5 and the cards that we have pulled definitely is trying to get each one of us to know we are able to create our own reality, even if it looks completely different to what the assumed energy of the world around us looks like now.
Beautiful. All right. So that was quite powerful. Thank you, Jodene. All right, everybody. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next month at the same time on the first of every month. Have a beautiful day and see you soon. Cheers. Bye.
Bye.